Imagine this. Somehow, you're in Antarctica. Don't ask how, you're just there, standing on ice, completely alone. Except for a bunch of penguins walking around you like they own the place, sliding on their bellies, living their best lives at minus 30 degrees like it's nothing. You, though, you came in a denim Gen Z hoodie and baggy trousers. No jacket, no layers, just the look. Because you chose the fit over common sense, and now the cold is making you pay for it. At first, it's just uncomfortable, a little sting on the fingers, then your face. Then suddenly, your whole body is shaking and you can't control it at all. Your brain is trying to process what's happening, but it's slow, like buffering on a bad connection. That's the exact moment things start going wrong, quietly. Your normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Every single system you have is built to run at that number. Start dropping below that, and things begin falling apart. The very first thing your body does when it gets cold, it pulls blood away from your skin, hands, feet, and face. Not to protect them, to protect your heart and brain. Those are the VIPs. Your fingers? They're just employees. So blood supply literally leaves them, and that's why your hands go numb almost immediately. No blood, no sensation. The shivering you feel is your muscles firing rapidly, trying to create friction and heat. It's your body's built-in emergency heater. Annoying, exhausting, but genuinely keeping you alive right now. At this stage, you're uncomfortable, but functional. You can still think, you can still move. You have a real shot at surviving if you do something about it. Then your temperature keeps dropping. Around 32 degrees is where things get strange. The shivering stops. And if your brain goes, "Oh, nice, I feel better," that's wrong. That's the worst sign possible. It means your body ran out of energy to keep that emergency heater running. It just turned off. Your muscles start stiffening now. Walking feels weirdly off. When you try to speak, words come out slow and slurred like you're half asleep. Decision-making gets hard, like properly hard. You might sit down for a second to rest and genuinely not realize that's a terrible idea. But here's the part that sounds completely insane. At this stage, a lot of people start feeling warm. Actually, genuinely warm. Comfortable even. There are real documented cases of people in the middle of blizzards ripping their own clothes off because they were convinced they were overheating. It has a name: paradoxical undressing. What happens is the blood vessels that were clenched tight to protect your core suddenly relax and flood your skin with blood. Your skin reads this as heat. Your brain, already barely functioning, believes it completely. So you feel warm while you are freezing to death. Your own body is lying to you. Below 28 degrees, your heart rate drops to almost nothing. Breathing slows to the point it's barely detectable. Your brain is running on fumes. You're not awake for this. Not really. It's just the brain using its last drop of fuel. After that, the heart can go into something called ventricular fibrillation. Instead of beating properly, it starts quivering. No real pumping, no blood moving. And that's where it ends. Now here's something that genuinely shouldn't be possible. People have survived body temperatures as low as 13 degrees Celsius. Clinically dead. No heartbeat, no breathing, no brain activity on the monitors. And they were brought back, fully, because cold slows everything down, including cell death. When your warm heart stops, your brain cells start dying within minutes. When you're frozen, that process slows dramatically. It buys time. It's the same reason doctors sometimes use controlled cooling in certain surgeries. They're borrowing this exact mechanic to protect the brain while they work. There's a saying in cold medicine: you're not dead until you're warm and dead. Dark. But honestly, makes sense. So if you put all of this together, what does freezing actually feel like? It starts with pain. Real, sharp, uncomfortable. Your body is fighting, and you feel every second of that fight. Then it becomes confusion. Your mind fogs up slowly. You start making bad decisions without knowing it. Your judgment disappears quietly, without announcing itself. Then, and this is the strange part, it reportedly turns peaceful. The discomfort fades. Some survivors describe a warmth spreading through them, a calm. Like everything is fine. Your brain, completely starved of resources, stops registering danger. And then there's nothing. No experience left, just gone. What makes hypothermia genuinely one of the more unsettling ways to go isn't really how it ends. It's how it fools you the entire way through. At every single stage, your own body is feeding you false information. You feel okay when you're not. You feel warm when you're freezing. You feel calm when you should be panicking. The cold doesn't come for you loudly. It just quietly convinces you that everything is fine until it isn't.